Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Candace. Um, I do videos on lifestyle, hair, makeup, and my journey into nursing school, and hopefully I can help others on their journey, maybe give them some advice or let them know, that it's okay when you run into bumps in the road. So that's kind of what today's story time is going to be about. So I'm looking at my phone because I have my camera hooked up to my phone. So I'm like looking over here. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to look at the camera because that's what's recording me. Today is May 1st, and it is actually National College Decision Day. One of my coworkers actually told me about it because her son is going into college and he picked his school. And so I guess today's like the day you announce that you picked your school and you rep your new school. So, I have picked my school, but I'm not going to, just say the name, for privacy reasons or whatever like that. So, yeah, this video is going to be really short. My last video was like 40 minutes long when I was talking. I was getting so distracted, and I don't want this to happen here. So, I have officially picked my college. I know there was a school that I was like trying to get into. Last time I was telling you about it when I was getting ready for my friend's graduation. She graduated from LPN school. She passed her NCLEX. Woo woo, go girl. And she is actually training as a nurse right now at my job. The lady who rescheduled my appointment and didn't tell me she rescheduled my appointment and then called me to tell me that I missed my appointment, I actually met with her with my rescheduled appointment that very next week. I left work early and I drove up there. It takes me like an hour to get there, 45 minutes to an hour to get up there. So I drove up there. And I get there at 9 o'clock. I'm on time. I'm like stressing out because it was like crazy traffic when you take this certain way. It's like in King of Prussia. So if you live in Pennsylvania, King of Prussia is traffic on like I think that's 476. It's out of control. So yeah, I get up there and I'm like racing to get into the building, and I get there and the lady at the reception is like at the reception desk is like, oh, did anybody tell you that you should have been here a half an hour early? And I'm like, no one told me that I should be here half an hour early. She's like, oh yeah, because you have to watch this video, and if you don't watch the video, you can't register for any classes. So let me just check and see if you saw the video already, or if you need to see the video. And I'm like, are you serious? I just drove up here. I left work and I have to go back to work after this, and I drove an hour and I have to drive an hour back, and you're gonna tell me that I can't register because nobody told me that I had to come here early to watch a video? Like, so that like pissed me off initially as soon as I walked through the door. So then she's like, oh no, it looks like you did something or whatever like that, so you can, or you watched the video or something like that. I ain't watched no video, but she was like, so it looks like you can go in and you can start. So I go and I meet my advisor. I see my advisor, the woman that I already met before in October, which is understandable if she doesn't remember me, because she probably has hundreds and thousands of students that she advises, or people who are trying to get into the nursing program. So I met her in October, so I'm back. It's like February or something like that. And she's like, oh, talking to me like she never met me. Oh, whatever, blah, blah, blah. How you doing? So then she goes into whatever I need for the nursing program. I'm like, yeah, I did that. Yep, I did that. Yep, did that one. She was like, oh my goodness, you have everything done. I'm like, yeah. Remember when I met with you in October? She's like, oh my gosh, I did not remember. I'm so sorry. Well, let's go into your file and look and see what my notes were. So we do all of that, and then she's like, okay, well, it looks like you have everything, but some of our requirements have changed. They changed effective January 1st, and the last time I met with you was in October. So you didn't know that things were going to change January 1st? Okay, fine. So she tells me the new requirements, and the requirements is like I got to get like a C or something like that, and or above, and or B in microbiology, which is what I did. I'm like, yeah, I did that. She's like, okay, well, let's go in here and see what our other requirements are now. So, honey, I know you know what the requirements are. Like, don't play like you have to go and look in there and see what the requirements are. So she says, oh, well, it looks like you can't attempt a course more than 2 times. So I'm like, okay, please excuse, I have like laundry back there. I didn't fold them yet. She's like, I'm like, okay, yeah, so like in my mind, I'm like, sugar. honey iced tea. I took English more than 2 times, and I know this, so I'm like, okay, I'm letting her look. And so she sees that I took it more than 2 times, and she's like, so I'm like, but one of the times I did a medical withdrawal because like my mom was sick with cancer, my husband got shot, and then my husband's little brother had passed away at our house, which is like in my other video where I go into detail about that. I didn't tell her the reasons why I had to do a medical withdrawal, but I told her, like one of them was a medical withdrawal. Like I didn't actually complete the course. She's like, oh, well, that doesn't matter. They don't look at that. They just look that you took the class more than 2 times. I'm like, but it's English 100. Like I took AMP 1, 2, and microbiology only 1 time, and I freaking got an A in AMP, and I got a B in microbiology. Like they should like give you some type of pass. Like those are really important courses as far as nursing. And I believe English is important, yes. But people are like, oh, well, for nursing English, English 100 is like not that big of a deal. So anyway, so I'm like thinking like, well, why can't they like make it a rule where it helps if you get A's in your classes? That helps you if you have more than 2 attempts in a course. So so she's like, unfortunately, since you took English more than 2 times, you're ineligible for our nursing program. And she said it just like that, and I was like, then I looked up. And I was like, did they really just waste my time like this? Like, seriously? And then, like, a tear came down because I was boiling, steaming on the inside. And so a tear came down. And then she gave me a box of tissue. She was like, I can help you find another nursing program. You couldn't even help me get into this nursing program. Do you think that I will believe that you're going to help me get into another nursing program? Honey, don't even continue to waste my time. So then, she like tried to hand me a box of tissues, and then she handed me her card, and I turned my head and I looked at her, and I looked at them tissues, and I looked at their card, and I rolled my eyes, and I got up and I walked out, and I looked at her one more time before I turned the corner, and I rolled my eyes again, and she was like, because I was crying, and so she was looking at me. So then I walked out and I went into the reception desk, and she had tissues there, and I took all the tissues, and I'm like trying to call my best friend on the phone so I could be like, blah. So she's like looking at me because I'm like in tears like at this point, and then like I'm wiping my face and I'm on the phone with my best friend, and I'm like, I hate this school, I hate it. And I walked out, and then she's like, you just need to calm down or whatever like that. So then I was like really thinking about like just giving it a rest. Like seriously, like this is like so much, and I keep trying to get into these schools, and they keep on telling me, oh, I didn't do this correctly, or I didn't do that correctly. Like when I'm really trying, like I freaking been going to school, working full time, whatever. So anyway, then I'm like I bawled my eyes out in my car, like for like an hour, my whole drive home to back to work. I finished my day out, and then one day I'm in the cafeteria with my clinical coordinator, who is an RN, and I'm telling her like everything that happened, and she's like, and I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to go to nursing school this year. I'm gonna have to wait another year, or I'm just gonna take a break. I'm just gonna give it a rest. I'm gonna rethink my career. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life. And so she's like, what is wrong with you? I was like, I have to study. I have to take the TEAS test over again. And that's what it was. I was studying in the cafeteria for the TEAS test because I'm like, my score on the TEAS test is not good enough for any nursing school that I, can try to get into now at this late in the game. So I'm gonna have to take it over. She's like, what is the matter with you? She was like, the nursing school that I went to, the score is like a 58 to get into the nursing program. You got more than a 58. She was like, what is your score? And I told her my score, which was like a 67. And then so I was like, it's like a 67. And she was like, you're crazy. Get in that nursing school. Go apply for that nursing school. So I called them like right away. Like, is this true? Like, is this the, what is my score or whatever like that? Because I can save myself $85. I want to take the TEAS test again. So like, so then they were like, yeah, that's 58. I was, oh. And then I found another school where the score was like a 58 or free to get in. So I got 2 schools down. So I'm like, yes. So I like hit the ground running. I got my essay all together. I got my 2 letters of recommendation from the clinical coordinator that I was talking to, and from my facility administrator. And like, I freaking like had people like rereading my essay and, proofreading my essay and like grammar checking my essay, and like it had to be perfect, and like I was doing everything that I needed to do. And I am here to say that I got into a nursing program for this year. I start August 26th. It's gonna be my first day of school. Woo, woo. So I'm so happy. Like, I have been like going crazy. I've been studying nursing, the concepts of nursing fundamentals. I've been watching 100,000 YouTube videos on what do you need for your clinical bag, what do you need for your nursing school bag, things you need to know. I've been talking to the nurses at my job, like trying to get them to teach me how to do IVs, teach me how to do PPD tests, asking them how you like put in a catheter. Like, I just want to be prepared. I just want to soak up as much as I can before I get to, you know, actually be in school. So I met with my advisor, and I met with the director of the nursing program yesterday, and they were so, you know, nice and like giving me like some tips and pointers on things that I can study. So they were like, you need to study A&P again, not study it, but like review it, so that when you get there, because in nursing school they don't like tell you like details, like they just start naming body parts, and you need to know these names of these body parts. So they said it's good to review A&P again. My husband brought me my clinical bag, and I just have to get my book bag and all my supplies. I have my little supply list and drug like apps on my phone where you can like Davis's drug guide. Yeah, I have like all that stuff, and so I'm so excited. And I chose my college, and I'm finally in. I do have to take English. I have to take English 102, and it's in June, so I have to pass that, and I have to pay for it. But I did research my teacher on rateyourteacher.com, so hopefully I have a really good professor. It's an in-person class, so like I can get even more help, and I'm gonna, you know, use my resources and do tutoring like I did last time, and do you know, get people like proofread and help me with my essays like I did last time. So hopefully, prayerfully, I am going to pass this English class in one try. And I'm going to be in the nursing program in the fall. That's like the only deal breaker. If I don't get this, they're going to push me back another year. Scary, right? So yeah, that's about it. And this is my college decision day video, even though I can't tell you what college I decided to go to or what college accepted me. But that'll all come in due time, and I'm so excited. Oh, and I wanted to say this dream that I had, right? So I had a dream with my mom in it. She came to see me. I love her. In my dream, and we were riding in this car in Philadelphia, and we were going to this place, like it was like a job. It was like a professional place where I needed to be there on time. And I was like riding around Philly or whatever, and I knew that I was in Philly just by the way the houses and everything looked and whatever, and the hills and everything. So we get there to this one place, we leave, then we get back in the car. I feel like I was like looking for a job in the dream, but I must have been looking for schools. And so we go to this one place, and we have to drive down this hill, and then there's like a horseshoe driveway, and it's this big mansion. It looks like a mental institution, but it's like white walls. It's just huge and historic. And so we drive past there, and we go in, and then, you know, I kind of like can't really remember the dream after that, but I remember this building like super specifically, and I remember the driveway. Why? When I was driving, going to these two colleges, so I went to both of them, like to drop off my applications and to go to their open house or their nursing seminar. And so from going to the one to the other, my phone took me on this back road GPS. Why is the building from my dream that I never saw before in my life on the route between the two colleges in real life? So the building from my dream that I never saw in real life is on the route between the colleges in real life. But in the dream, I was driving down to the building But in real life, I was driving up the hill, and I was coming from the college that I'm actually going to go to, and I was driving up the hill. So I'm like, does that mean I should go to the other college that I was coming from? No, in the dream, I was driving down the hill. So that means that I should be going to the college that I'm going to, because that's the direction to get to the college that I'm going to. I don't know. I could be reading too much into it, but I just feel like my mom put that in my dream so that I know which college to pick. I don't know. It's crazy, but I just like to think that my mom is watching over me and still helping me, because she really wanted me to get into nursing school. She said to me right before she died, she said, I know that you're going to be like a doctor or something. She said, I know you are. I know you can do it. And that's when she was in hospice. So just thank you for watching, and subscribe and let everybody know about me, because I have like no subscribers right now, but I'm still gonna push through, because I know that maybe if one person or two people see this video, it might help them, or might help them to see that even though you go through all this crazy stuff and people want to waste your time and they want to give you the runaround, you can just, you know, still make it and still get through. And so thank you for watching, and bye.